Welcome to the Learning Experience Design Guild's podcast series. This is Sandeep Kumar, founder of LXD Guild, a community of practice for e-learning professionals, and through our monthly podcast series, we bring to you the latest trends in the learning and development industry. With over 15 years of global experience in learning and development, our guest speaker for today is a dynamic learning experience design strategist known for creating scalable, outcome driven learning ecosystems. She has led global initiatives at industry giants like Amazon and Wipro, and currently consults on instructional design, sales enablement, and AI integrated e learning solutions. So, let's welcome Sai Aparna Mopuru. Hey Aparna, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sandeep. I feel honored to be here and thanks for inviting me.
We are very glad that you are there with us to share your expertise and all the knowledge which you have gained over the past with our professionals here. Thank you. So, without much ado, the title of today's podcast, or what we are going to talk, is the LXD confidence code. We are going to talk about is ideate, innovate, and impact. Could you briefly explain what that means, Aparna?
Maybe out of experience, I find that that's a code, you know, formula that we need to follow. And I feel if I would have followed it since from the start, it would have been even more great, which I derived over the experience. So here I feel more than just building e-learning modules. An LXD or a learning design professional thought process should be first ideate. First find the problem to give a solution to that. Don't directly jump on to building a learning artifact. It can be done in many other formats or many using many other design frameworks. That's where I was coming from to put the word ideate. And the next one is innovate. How do you provide solution to the problem that you have identified through tech driven solutions or design concept based solutions or any other integrated solutions that with the technology or existing frameworks that you can, and then show impact. How do you show impact? And this really lies as very significant step, because without measuring what you have done, you can't tell the world that this is that I have done, even to the business. And this is where, and I learned it through my journey. I speak impact first, and then I tell like why it has to be true. And that's where I found ideate, innovate, and impact.
Definitely, that sounds like a success mantra. Thank you, Aparna, for the willingness to share it with us. Let's start with your journey and the shift and evolution you took from content design and development to instructional design, learning experience design, learning automation, and more of AI. Could you tell us about how that progression was?
Yeah. So I think the complete journey, if I try to recall and recollect, it all was based on one thought process, that necessity of upskilling to stay relevant in the current industry. And how I upskilled, maybe, first I haven't even known, or I don't know the terms ID or LXD. I just started with content design and development for the biotechnology work stream. That was my domain by graduation. And I was not even a tech person. And then by using or by learning ID models or getting into, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, one of my career stint it was, I understood from through research lens, I understood what this is, what are learning theories, how do you map the instructions to that. and then coming or layering the LX or UX principles, I understood that it's all about giving an experience to the learner and be making something learner centric. And once I jumped into Amazon, which is a bigger playground, it's all about providing a solution. It's not an e-learning module, it's a solution which gives the best experience to the learner using automation, any other management systems or design frameworks, in-house tools, and any other design concepts. Sometimes a communication is the solution, sometimes a knowledge management system is the solution, and sometimes an e-learning module is the solution. And now currently AI pitching in into this world, which is a game changer all through. I think we are going to see a different game altogether, which is of next level, and I'm waiting to see how it is going to happen.
That definitely is true. Most of us, when we think about upskilling, we wait for that. And now, as we see the technology or anything outside, it's not just e-learning or training, right? It's the world is evolving. Thank you. And as I see, yes, as we got introduced, you worked at Amazon, Wipro, and in various esteemed government organizations like IIIT Hyderabad, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. What key lessons did you learn from these diverse experiences?
Yeah. So, I mean, if I think of this, I see like my destiny was already mapped and instructed very well, and which really mapped the dots of my learning process also. Even I was shocked. What do I do in Indian Council of Agricultural Research after 4 years of content design and development experience into Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies. That's the first complete digital university set up in Andhra Pradesh, which was combined way back then. Okay. So then, but I understood after going there, I had to build an e learning studio integrating hardware, software, live editing equipment, and come up with video uh, lectures which will be delivered to all agricultural professionals in India, delivered through an LMS which was developed using Moodle. And I was instrumental in that journey, which made me understand what I had to do there, and also and everything happened with a research lens, and that's completely different. Deep dive into a topic to come out something new that you haven't even think of. I mean, maybe bring clarity to the chaos which was an unknown problem to you. And then coming to the bigger organizations, then I understood after finding the solution, scaling also is a problem. How do you scale it? How do you automate it? When you have 10 multiple projects and a smaller team in with you, how do you really ensure that everything is delivered on time? Then multiple workflows, multiple solutions, in-house systems comes into picture, which you have to streamline as a complete ecosystem to deliver to multiple services needed. And that's where I find the difference.
That's really great experience, which always helps. So nothing is less, nothing is more, right? All we need to be ready as instructional designers or learning professionals is first ready to learn by ourselves. Speaking of AI and automation, what initial impact have you observed in our learning and development industry?
Yeah. So my first thought will be is that for sure it's going to reduce the efforts and also automate certain processes that we do in terms of integrating LMS or the design process that we take, the initial steps. But it cannot replace the human capabilities, the judgmental decisions that we take based on the situations, and also the empathy that we bring, you know understanding the learner. So I feel that AI is going to really help in content design and image generation or storyboard generation, the initial processes that we do. till we go for the development, and even in fact to an extent into the development, but we need to do a lot of unlearn and relearn process as an instructional designer from the manual or the hybrid setups that we are into to do this. And
Mm,
then when we have to integrate into the any learning management systems or LXP platforms, maybe that workflow again we can automate leveraging AI.
yes,
That's
yes.
how I see that.
Thank you for those thoughts. Yes, it's more we see how we can utilize AI in our current processes. Ideate, innovate, and impact. So there you identify that the fundamental issue is about problem solving and not just create content. Can you throw more light on this?
Yeah. So maybe I'll take certain example. Currently, product enablement is one of the work stream or work segment that instructional designers or learning experience designers are into, because we need to get into product development and enable its learning aspect of it and make employees ready, product ready to leverage the product and perform the business operations. So if that process is in, how do you really, use your knowledge of just creating e-learning modules with some authoring tools that you know, and also LMS platforms that you know. So here comes, how do you really travel along with the product manager or program manager? How do you do that? They will have a change management, framework in place. How do you align your learning, design process into the change management workflow process? And that's where you become partners and do the product enablement process. So you might have to place communication systems, you might have to place a system wherein which accommodates the regular onboarding employee process to the product, and also the change management framework, or the artifacts that accommodate the change management framework, that can be ongoing release features which can be communicated, and these
Yes,
release features automation through any KMS. So we have to look around for such solutions and streamline everything and place it as an ecosystem to make employees product ready and make them enable the process overall.
yes. I really love the way, yeah, the KMS, LMS, yeah, knowledge management system, learning management system, and any project or what do you say, process management. That's interesting to see how this learning experience design extends beyond traditional training programs is something which really is catching my attention. How can the learning experience design principles be applied in this ongoing process?
Yes. So we all are aware that as an ID or LXT, we need to wear many hats. We become graphic designers, visual designers, or certain times program managers, troubleshooters. So in this process, what I understood that if you know how to play around with the content or data that has been given to you, you should come up with a technique which is best to the learner or the output format. For example, now think that a group of audience or a team in an organization, something like Amazon, which are into compliance, they already know very well the concepts of cybersecurity. There is nothing that we can teach them by rule book, because they are doing it every day. They know this is do and this is don't. So how do we still ensure cybersecurity is into their minds still, wherein certain risks happen, they it gives a recall to them like I shouldn't do this. So what I thought is, why not have a cybersecurity communication campaign? If I have to do 9 concepts, 9 modules, my time taking is more than, you know, maybe close to 6 months. But if I do a communication campaign with a lot of recall value on the concept, then I can do it in maybe 4 weeks, right? So that's how we need, I think, like we should come up with the solutions which
Yes,
is best fit for the learner for the purpose
true.
that we are aiming for.
I love that idea. So, yes, it need not always be a training or something which is assigned on LMS, right? My question to you, Aparna, is how much AI is too much? So, what are your thoughts on balancing automation with human creativity, which cannot be evaded or eliminated in learning experience?
Recently, I was part of Microsoft AI Learning Community Beta program. Though it was very insightful, exciting, to see tools to come up with images and videos in no seconds. It's like I give an instruction with my eyes and I see something, I visualize it myself, right? And at the same time, it's a lot overwhelming what more is coming and what this AI is going to do for my particular work stream or industry. What is going to happen? But in the journey, as I tried to understand the tools, or the workflows or the assistant models, I mean, whatever applications that are there, the LLMs, these are our little jargons for me. I'm a non-tech person at all. But what I understood from this journey is that you can use AI to an extent for sure, and you have to use it. I'll say you have to use it, but you need to know where to use it and where not to use it. So
True.
certain times what happens in the development process is that you leverage AI for some image generation or interactivity generation in it, and it might not be really possible using or developing the same with the existing illustration tools or graphic systems. And the biggest thing is that how far we have org based AI systems to use, because compliance matters when we have to enter customer data or the confidential content of a company while developing the e-learning modules.
True.
So that's not possible. So we have to now come up with a balanced way with the existing systems. Maybe take AI tools for inspiration to give creative ideas in bringing up the storyboard for the modules, develop storyboard for the modules for the learning architecture. Later on, how you implement is in your hands with the existing systems or the authoring tools that you have. And again, maybe think of an assistant which can automate the workflow process of testing, delivering, assigning it to learners, communicating it to learners. And that's how this goes by logic, logic abilities of thinking. So wherever creativity is needed, I think our brains are still needed. And wherever logic flow, workflows are needed, AI can help it.
That's really putting it all together where AI should stop and where human intervenes, right? Thank you. Uh, as we spoke already about AI tools, and yeah, as you are already a part of the Microsoft beta program, I think you would be the right person to share some interesting tools, yes, which are really shaping how we can produce both, as you are taking example of storyboarding or the segments of learning, design, and development.
Yeah. So I think here again there are variety of tools that you need to decide what is best for your use case. I have come across some tools like LTX Studio, which will give you storyboard. You just give a prompt of this is the story that you want to build. It gives you a storyboard by screen. You get the voiceover. You need to just tweak the motions, the characters, the camera lens, and then you have the video ready. Something which is closer to beyond,
Mhm.
which beyond output. Okay, and you have certain video or certain tools like Synthesia or Hedra or Kling AI, which can be used for personalized learning concepts. Like if you want the same trainer to facilitate the virtual e-learning session, you can build the mimic the avatar and then give this modulate the voiceover accent using AI tool like Eleven Lab, and then give the same voiceover. For example, I can have your voiceover and your avatar and make your virtual avatar deliver the training. That's possible.
Wish, yes, wish for the upcoming podcast. I would really like to try that.
Yeah, we can have your bot ready by then.
We are coming to the close of our wonderful podcast. because everything good has to come to an end. So, any final words of encouragement for LXD professionals looking for future proofing their careers?
Yeah. So I would say maybe I'll give an analogy here of a house or house construction, how an LXD can build their career. First, make your foundation very strong. Means the ID models or learning theories, what exactly we can do, and what are the, what are our best fits into the industry, where we can engage ourselves into the work collaborations, and then place a template or the wall framework or the brickwork, giving a shape to whatever you have learned. Okay, saying that this is what I can do, which says that place your framework very strong. And the top enhancements is leveraging the current technology, emerging trends, whatever it is. It can be automation, it can be AI, or it can be something else which is coming in the upcoming days.
Yeah.
So the smart systems, whatever you need to have home. So these are evolving. But once you know what can be taken to my home, which is best fit, what cannot be taken to my home, that depends on you. So we cannot be completely out of the game, but we cannot be into the game and uh, do a complete mind shift saying that this is the trend. But we need to find a balanced route, which makes things easy for our learners. At the end, that's
Right.
our primary goal.
Right. Yes, I very much agree to that, and thank you for sharing that. What are certain recommended next steps or resources or skills you would suggest our learners or listeners to explore? And also, yeah, if you can just share how to get into that Microsoft programs, nothing better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think so. For anything, I would prefer that do your homework and go. Just don't jump directly into the ocean. Or, first do some, learn swimming slowly. Learn the concept. For example, if you want to learn AI, do an AI course first, what it says. Maybe I think in LXD Guild also you have recently come up with an AI for instructional design course, which
Yes.
will be starting on April 25th. So that course will be a good start, or even any course that you come across on Coursera or learn LinkedIn, and then slowly learn the techniques, take inspiration from the forums what they are doing, and then jump into the river body or ocean to dive and see what
Right.
happens.
True. Agree to that. And thank you for mentioning about Learning Experience Design Guilds Academy, where we offer AI in instructional design, a very robust course, which is again a virtual instructor-led training for a duration of 2 weeks. That is really recommended. So again, like how the very podcast is about the formula or the mantra that you don't have to spend another 15 years to realize what is the right course, right? So
Yeah.
please, yeah. So because we as LXD Guild community, we really bring the best of the worlds to you, and you can definitely trust because again, our trainer, the facilitator is Ankita Gianni, who is very a renowned author of the book Instructional Design. So please, you can subscribe, and every month we have a cohort. So please do sign up. Do not wait till AI takes over your job. Rather, you fit into the job where there is AI with the skill set which you require. And where can our listeners find you if they have to connect with you and learn much more, Aparna?
Yeah, so they can connect me through LinkedIn. They can search my name, Sai Aparna Mopuru, and I think from there I'll try to support as much as I can.
Yes, and also you are there as part of our LXD Guild community. Yeah, definitely we can find you there. And as you are in United States, so definitely maybe not a call. And I think you can connect with Aparna through LinkedIn, and also you can connect with her on LXD Guild platform where we have discussion forum as part of our LXD verse. So please do connect and learn more. Yes, as we come to the closure of this wonderful podcast. Thank you, Aparna. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights on the LXD or the learning experience design with your success mantra, ideate, innovate, and impact framework. Yeah, it's been a truly insightful conversation, Aparna.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandeep, and wish all the best for all the learners for all their future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you. And on the last note, April 26th is something very big happening in Hyderabad city for all the Hyderabad chapter learning professionals. We are having a networking event. So please don't miss it out because, yes, so we'll be creating a lot of FOMO after the event. So please do come join us because we love when more and more of our professionals join our conversations, discussions, and such programs. And as I always say, learning never stops at LXD Guild. Thank you. Thank you very much for being part of this podcast. Thank you, Aparna. Thank you, all the listeners and the viewers of this podcast. Till next time, thank you.